Okay, so we are going to talk about our color scheme for our weaving drawing. Okay, we're going to be doing a split complementary color scheme. It might be helpful if we draw a color wheel. Remember, we start with the primary colors. So we draw a triangle, we have yellow, we have red, we have blue. Then we do an inverted triangle, and we talk about the secondary colors, the colors that the primaries make. Yellow and red make orange, red and blue make purple, blue and yellow make green. And then we need the tertiary colors, the colors that come in between. So in between yellow and orange is yellow-orange. In between red and orange is red-orange. In between red and violet or red and purple, we have red-violet or red-purple. And in between purple and blue, we have blue-purple. In between blue and green, we have blue-green. In between yellow and green, we have yellow-green. Okay. So let's talk about what split complementary is. Again, we've already talked about it once. Complementary means opposite. If two colors are complements of each other, they are opposites. They are exactly the opposite of the color wheel. So the complement to red is green. Red and green are opposites. Yellow and purple are opposites. Orange and blue are opposites. Okay, but instead of just complementary, we're splitting. Okay, so let's think about this. If I were going to do red as one of my colors, the opposite of red is green, but we're going to split and go to this side. So it would be yellow-green and blue-green. So yellow-green and blue-green. And this would be a split complementary color scheme. Let's try yellow, okay? If we wanted to use yellow, the complement to yellow is purple, but we're going to split. Instead of using purple, we're going to split and say red purple or red violet and blue violet. Okay, so it's split complementary. It's not just the opposite, it's what's on the side of the opposite. So let's say I want to do green. I really like green. The opposite of green is red, but I'm going to go with red orange and I'm going to go with red violet or red purple. Okay? So you have to choose a correct split complementary color scheme. All right, so and maybe you want to test them out. Maybe you want to experiment. I'm kind of liking this idea. So I've got green and then red-orange. So I would have red-orange and then red-violet. So you could test them out and see which combination you like. And when you've chosen one, then we're going to put that on the weaving. Okay? I think I'm going to go with this one here. So I've got green, red, orange, and red, violet. Okay, so so our vertical strips are going to be one color, our horizontal strips are going to be another color, and then the background is going to be the third color. So I think I want my vertical strips to be green. So I'm going to take my green and I'm going to think about what the ribbon would be doing. If it's going over, it might be like kind of curling up. If it's curling up like this, here would probably be where there's a highlight. So a light layer of green with maybe a lot of white showing through. And it would be darker here where it's about to go under the next strip. So that's how I'd want to apply my color. So whether you are doing pressure or whether you're doing layers, there should be more, a darker green towards the ends, and the lighter green should be in the middle where there's, you know, like a highlight. Okay, now I could do another layer down here where it's getting darker. Being careful not to be streaky, whether I want to use like ovals or whether I want to go in sort of opposite directions. Okay, so now what I could do, I've got my highlight in the middle right here, and it's getting darker on the ends. I could go a step further and mix some black towards the end where it's going to go in here. But remember, black is very, very powerful. So I need just the smallest amount of black. Now, if you'll see, I've got an extended overhand grip on this pencil because I want just the slightest amount. I do not want heavy pressure. I'm just trying to darken that green just a little bit. And I could go back with the green just to blend it even more. It's just a little bit of a change. Okay? It doesn't look like black. It does not look like that there's black there. The black has been blended in. Just the slightest bit. Back over with green just to do some blending. Make it all come together. Okay, and now I need to do the same thing here. It needs to be dark here because it's coming out from under, and then it's kind of arching right here to go over, so I need another highlight. So I would be really light through here and darker on the ends. So now that I've finished this strip, I'm going to do the same thing with the green on these two vertical strips. So after I've done all my vertical pieces, I'm going to come back over here and look again at my color scheme. We decided that I was going to do red, orange, or red, violet. So I have to decide which one I want to be the horizontal strips and which one I want to be the background. I think I might want to do red violet as my horizontal strips. Now I don't have a red violet. I have a purple and I have a red. So I'm going to need to blend these two together while also making a light value and mixing with black to make a dark value. So I'm going to have to be mixing even more. Okay, so we can start here I'll show you what that might look like. I'm going to start on the center strip. I'm going to do the same thing with the red that I would have done with the green. It's going to be light in the center because it's going over, and it's going to be a little bit darker here because it's about to slip under that other strip. Lots of pressure where you want it to be dark. Remember, the transitions from light to medium to dark should happen very slowly. Now, I'm probably going to be coming back and forth with my red and my purple, but let's go ahead and get the purple out. Try to get it consistent throughout. And then where we want it to be darker, just the slightest bit of black. Not very much at all. And when you think you have it in one section, continue it for the rest of that strip. Remember, we're mixing our colors together and adding black for a shade of that color. With my violet, with my red over top, and with the slightest bit of black right here. Okay, and now I'm going to repeat that for these two strips. So when you're done with your horizontal weaving, we need to go with that other color. In my case, it was red-orange. So in between here, I'm going to do a combination of red and orange. I don't need to do any value changes. I just need to put the red-orange in there. I don't need to do lights and darks. I just need to get red-orange in there. So as you can see, I made my background kind of jagged around the edges. They're completely filled in here in the middle, but it's kind of a jagged edge. You can leave it like this, or you can add Sharpie. Like this.